titled, A Didactic Tool for Updating the Teaching Learning Process of English as a Foreign Language. Information and Communication Technologies, ICT, are currently an essential tool in schools due to new educational modalities because the teaching-learning process is constantly changing. Therefore, this process requires an update to respond to students' needs according to their learning styles. Given this situation, the objective is to know if TikTok can contribute to said educational update and develop oral skills since it centers on communicative competence. Today, technology has permeated the educational field, turning it into a more dynamic model through audio-visual and material supports with extensive coverage. Through platforms that promote education without limits in time and space with synchronous and asynchronous interactions, thanks to multiple digital tools and social networks. These new virtual educational environments promote instant communication despite the distance among their actors and the development of collaborative work, a fundamental axis in education. Based on the purpose of the study, the research is quantitative with a descriptive scope to characterize the subject's perceptions towards TikTok based on these two research questions. The research context is an English teaching bachelor, and the participants are 50 students enrolled in an extracurricular course. The instrument is a 20-item questionnaire with a 5-interval Likert type scale to measure subjects' reactions. Results. Students describe TikTok as an active methodology with interactive material that fosters ubiquitous learning and communication skill. Students conceive TikTok as an alternative for the teaching-learning processes in remote education because it presents interactive material and promotes significant long-term learning, giving rise to a new learning culture. They also characterize it as innovative thanks to sounds and images which adapt to any content. Indeed, students recognize their learning process as dynamic and active due to the content curator roles, which consist of adapting the resources to virtual spaces to make the bridge between prior and new knowledge. Moreover, participants also point out the importance of 3 elements to working with TikTok, such as pedagogical, technological, and organizational. The first one allows them to adjust to teaching learning purposes. The second is the medium to transmit the know-how, and the latter provides the criteria for ICT usage. Another factor contributing to updating the teaching process is ubiquitous learning because the app promotes knowledge at any time and place being mediated by technology, and adapts to users' levels and previous knowledge through a personalized self-regulated learning environment according to their styles. In general, 48 out of 50 classify it as potentially techno-pedagogical means for education and access to knowledge for meaningful long-term learning. Another outstanding outcome is that TikTok increases their cognitive and metacognitive knowledge and compensatory mechanisms to break down communication barriers for appropriate oral interaction. In doing so, they promote discursive and socio-cultural skills. Regarding the first, participants recognize the advantages of writing using grammatical structures and correct meaning. Considering the second one, they perceive TikTok as a source of content socialization and socio-cultural exchange, practicing expressions in communicative acts. Finally, They comment that TikTok fosters interpersonal relationships for oral production when working on designing and interacting in collaborative videos. In short, the outcomes show different components to enable technology-mediated oral production in a foreign language. Regarding the above, the contributions of the present study are the following. The tool is a didactic strategy to encourage critical thinking, implying a new vision to use it transversally in other subjects or as an evaluation strategy to review and provide feedback to peers or even for themselves as content creators. Conclusions. The results confirmed the study hypothesis. That is the conception of TikTok to update the learning process with an active innovative methodology and interactive materials adjusted to the educational modalities for students to achieve ubiquitous learning and perform successfully in oral interactions. Last but not least, the findings provide relevant information to implement actions or changes that benefit both students and teachers in technical skill development in favor of appropriate educational practices according to the required modalities.